What's up, guys? Thanks and welcome back to Gaslit News. I totally could not put my braids underneath the wig, and I tend to wear a lot of braids during the summer. But yeah, when I'm switching them out, I'll try to do the videos then, because yeah, I feel like the wig is a part of the whole entire thing. So, guys, and shout out to Miriam Kirby. Miriam, I really just appreciate your engagement. So all this stuff, like I'm literally gaslit news. I do know about all these things that are going on. It's just like, ugh, YouTube is a niche. Also, I want to make a formal apology to all those that I may have spoke condemningly toward. I realize that words are important. Like words are strong. You know what I'm saying? And it's not reflective of my heart as far as like the energy of like condemnation. I am not trying to condemn anyone, and far be it from me not, to be condemning, period, but I want to apologize to Donut because literally I'm Gaslit News and this is YouTuber News. I'm supposed to give him an opportunity to like state his stance in this situation. I just wasn't able to move past the fact that, I see what I see on the inside. But as this person who's decided to be just bringing the YouTuber news and then giving my opinion on it, it's only fair to let him, speak and on how he feels. Just, like I should not discard him. You know what I mean? It's not right. It's not right at all, especially for who I am and for what I'm learning and for what I've learned. And we're all worthy of Jesus Christ's love and forgiveness and repentance. So who am I? Who am I to just cancel anyone out? That's not who I am. It's not what I stand for. And I'm not okay with that. So I apologize, Donut. And I would like to extend an invitation to you to come over to my channel or if you want this for your channel, because I'm not all about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally this is just how I feel. And I feel like it's the right thing to do. And and I'm very honest, right? So that's an issue that, if you're honest, you can't be an oversharer. You know what I'm saying? So I am a little curious about what you have to say as it pertains to that whole situation, because I did only hear one side of the story, right? And so if you're interested, if you will accept my apology and extend forgiveness, and if you're even interested, then I would love for you to come on over here and let's have a discussion. I was gonna say have a donation. A donation. I'm like way too. All right. So guys, first up, I don't know if I'm gonna like put these videos out separately because I do have to do them separately because my computer shit. And hey, guys, and I'm so sorry. I have to get better. Like I don't want to curse. I don't want to say foul language at all. So I'm working on that. And so my computer's crappy. And if you are willing to donate, please do that. Hit that Cash App. Appreciate it. And but you don't have to. You liking this video and sharing the video, you like the video is good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? You subscribe because you want to come back. And you share because it might be a little time stamp or something like that you can identify with, that you feel like somebody else can identify with. So you share. So I labeled this one Soylent Green because like something is totally happening with our food, and I totally forgot about Soylent Green. It is actually not solvent, like the guy in the thumbnail says. If I put that thumbnail up, check this out.
That some state laws do actually have it written in of a cemetery. If you have paid to be buried there, it is their legal job to take care of you essentially for all time, whatever that means. And that's really interesting in the European model comparably, is that you are paying to be renting out a space. Like you make payments maybe every 30 to 40 years. As soon as there's someone who's not there, a future ancestor or descendant, then the body is taken out and the space is made ready for a new family to be there. And while the US model seems great and very optimistic, we're running out of space. Like we can't do this forever.
And nobody that died that you ever buried They not in that. They not in there. They not in the ground. They're not in the ground at all. You can go dig that shit up yourself. I got $1,000 for you. You dig it up right now. I guarantee you it ain't no bones in that bitch.
At the center of a Mobile County Sheriff's Office investigation, looking into claims that bodies aren't buried where they're supposed to be, and even more shocking, the possibility that caskets have been dug up and reused. Yesterday, deputies used the ground-penetrating radar at the cemetery, but they didn't get any conclusive answers. It's unclear if there's anything under the rest of these graves here at Heritage Memorial Gardens, but investigators say there is no body under this headstone.
Or they couldn't be in the back room of a funeral home sawing up bodies.
Tonight, claims of secretly dismembering and selling body parts in the hours after a death.
The FBI is talking to people. We're talking to people. They say you betrayed their trust to make money, to sell body parts.
Tonight, a funeral home owner and her parents now under investigation by
so who is selling these body parts? I'm sorry, who's buying these body parts? And they're dead. They're already dead. So it's not like, so at first, okay, people do things with things, body parts, flesh, blood, rituals, right? I get that. And even though these things are, so they must even do it with dead bodies. It's very scary though. It's very scary because this is a whole big business. I mean, if people are eating that many dead bodies, and there shouldn't be that many people alive, so it doesn't make any sense. So there's a lot of ritualistic things going on. This is why they said we battle with principalities, guys. And so in any event, and then so there's a movie on Netflix actually that has like this thing about this dead hand that they pass out, that they're doing as a party favor, and you touch the hand and you're literally letting in this demon spirit. Like, this is so bad. And then you kids wonder why, you think people are beating you down about Jesus Christ, but that's not what it is. We're good. We're good with him. We're just looking at you go through a bunch of crap and saying, hey, he's still available to you while there's still some time left. This is crazy. And look at the things people do. Literally, dead hands at parties, selling dead bodies. So that's one of the uses for it. These just ritualistic things. Another thing is, shout out to the China Observer. I saw, and hopefully I'll put it up like right here or something. I saw this video where, like, literally, so if I'm showing this video right here, so some of this is like dead cow. There's like dead animal meat that they're literally packaging and selling in China. They're selling so much of their food is fake and faux in China that they're selling. It's like horrific. They don't have like FDA regulations, which is this is crazy. I don't know how long the China Observer has been up in a thing, but since I've started Gaslit News, I've seen it so much. I'm subscribed. People say I look Asian. Hey, it is what it is. So I'm very concerned about what is happening over there. And it's starting to seem like they're trying to make the US like China, like how China's going. All of our food is like turning to like fakes and not being real. And so that they're robbing us. They're taking our money and selling us fake food. What could be worse than that? Dead bodies. That's what's worse. Soylent Green. Guys, my computer totally crashed. Well, not really crashed. Something's wrong with like the charger port or something. I'm not really sure. And so we're actually the next day. This is supposed to be Traumatic Tuesday. In any event, Soylent Green. Oh, so Soylent Green is actually called Soylent Green, not Solvent Green. It's Soylent Green. Soylent Green is a movie from the 1970s where basically they were talking about like, population control and all this sort of thing, and eventually them using bodies, human bodies, as to put in the soil. And I mean, I think there's a little clip where we can they'll explain that. So I think we were here yesterday, and shout out to Ty Boogie.
Green.
Oh, I have it. So because he says like Solvent Green, it sounds like you're referring to the 1973 sci-fi from Soylent Green. So key points: overpopulation, corporate control, and corruption. The overall message. overall message is Soylent Green is a cautionary tale about what happens when humanity allows population, pollution, and profit to spiral out of control without ethics, compassion, or sustainability. It's a dark vision meant to warn, not predict, but eerily relevant to today.
So I needed this explained to me. Because you mean to tell me that instead of McNuggets, y'all are eating McNiggas?
Similar to that of freeze drying. First, the body is frozen to minus 18 degrees Celsius and submerged in liquid nitrogen. Under such low temperatures, soft and elastic materials become hard and brittle. The body is then refrozen to minus 196 degrees Celsius, causing crystallization. After 2 hours, the liquid nitrogen evaporates as a harmless nitrogen gas. 60 seconds of ultrasonic vibration reduces the remains to powder. The powder is passed to a vacuum-sealed chamber where frozen water sublimates and is released as steam. Afterwards, mercury, sodium, and more than 50 other foreign substances are removed. The remains are packed into an organic coffin and buried. After a year, the remains turn into soil, which can feed a tree. Irish company Eco Legacy offers a similar burial service, with the exception that the energy that is expended is
Listen,
similar.
I'm a medium and I don't even have to step foot into a cemetery to understand what's been going on.
Okay, so before we listen to what she has to say, so that I believe was like a clip from like Soylent Green, when they were just trying to explain how they actually did it from the movie. So basically, I feel like it's a little too much in-depth rationalization just for you to done it for a movie. And another thing is, I don't know if I said this yesterday, or earlier in the video, but it's like my yesterday and your earlier in the video, that basically they have been, with the movies, they've been like literally showing us ahead of time, or even maybe simultaneously what they've been doing, because literally they're like TikToks about vampires in New Orleans, werewolves in France, and Interview with the Vampire first took place in New Orleans, and then there Werewolves in France is a movie, and this is really not a joke or a game. This is a horror show. This is a real horror show. So it's really sad because,
Can feel it, and I've been noticing the patterns for a very long time. You guys have to keep this in mind. Death is a business. Birthing, that's a business. Life and death have been commodified for a while. And yeah, some of those caskets, don't look at my boob sweat, some of those caskets, some of those coffins are empty and they are being used. The question, what's happening to the bodies? Listen up. Those bodies are being violated. Those bodies are being experimented on. Those bodies are being offered up. Those bodies are being sold. Those bodies are being consumed in ways that most people could not stomach. Literally, right? Now, what's been happening in silence is finally starting to get its voice, and I'm all the way here for it. So in the meantime, guys, continue to speak up, continue to stay aware, continue to trust your knowing, and as always,
yeah. So contact the family, let them know, hey, we're running out of space here at the funeral home. What would you like us to do with your person's body? I think, so that's the respectful thing to do. At this point, they don't care what they're feeding us. All I can do is offer like growing your own food and prayer, because we can't even talk about the solutions anymore. We can't. You see what happened on TikTok. You see what's happening, right? All this thing happened with life hacks, and now all this thing is coming down, so if you got your community, you share your things, do that. Sign up for my newsletter, okay? So I can know who I'm sharing what with, right? Because no, and that's why I don't even talk about my favorite foods and brands and things like that I actually eat, because I'm pretty sure they'll attack it, and you won't be able to eat those things anymore, right? It's just pathetic. All right, guys, and I'll see you in the next Gaslit News.